Dear student, before we start your exercise 6.2 of chapter 6, first we recall that uh, yeah, parallel lines, about parallel lines. Here, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then here AB is parallel to CD and transversal, suppose L is transversal L intersect two parallel lines AB and CD, then corresponding angles are equal. Here corresponding angles are angle 5 is equal to angle 4. Similarly, angle 1 equal to angle 6, corresponding angle. If we take one more angle, then here suppose 7, then 7 equal to angle 2. These are corresponding angles. Second, alternate angles are equal. Here alternate means interior alternate angles are equal. That is angle 1 equal to angle 2. For alternate angles, always take this type of shape, either this side or this side, and angles in corners, these are alternate angles. So angle 1 and angle 2 are equal because these are alternate angles, and angle 3 equal to angle 4. And third condition is sum of angles on the same side of transversal is 180. So here same side of transversal, that is same side of L, that is angle 1 plus angle 4 equal to 180, and angle 3 plus angle 2 equal to 180. Now I am going to start your exercise 6.2. Exercise 6.2, and first question of the exercise is first question is very easy, so we start question number 1. Exercise 6.2. Exercise 6.2, question number 1. And question 1 is two parallel lines AB and CD intersect by a transversal. Here angle given 50 degree, and this is X. Here angle by, and this is angle 130 degree. So we have to find the value of X and Y, and then prove that AB is parallel to CD. Here AB is not given to parallel CD. We have to prove AB parallel to CD. So first we find value of X and Y. Here Y is vertically opposite to 130 degree. So Y equal to 130 degree. Region is vertically opposite angles. Now X plus 50 equal to 180, and region is linear pair. These two angles form a linear pair, so X plus 1 x plus 50 equal to 180, that is x equal to 180 minus 50, that is 130 degree. Now x equal to by, here x equal to y equal to 130 degree, and these are alternate angles. X and y are alternate angles, which are alternate angles. Therefore, if alternate angles are equal, it means lines are parallel. So AB is parallel to CD. And question number 2 is very easy, so you may try at home. Now I am going to discuss the question number 3 of this exercise. First we rub this. Question number 3, and in this question AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD, and EF perpendicular to CD. EF perpendicular to CD, and here G to E join. Angle GED, here angle GED is given 126 degree, and we have to find angle AGE. Since GED complete this angle given 126 degree, and we have to find angle AGE. Second angle, so we find GEF, and other angle is FGE. FGE. Here EF is perpendicular to CD. We have angle GED equal to 126 degree, and GED includes two angles GEF and this 90 degree. So GED, angle GED may be written as angle GEF plus 90 degree equal to 126 degree. Then angle GEF equal to 126 minus 90, that is 6, and 12 minus 9, that is 3. Okay, so angle GEF is 36 degree. First angle, first answer, GEF equal to 36 degree. Again, AGE and FGE. FGE means we have to find this angle. Since AGED, this angle is complete 126 degree. So angle CEG here, angle CEG G plus 126 equal to 180 linear pair. This implies angle CEG equal to 180 minus 126, that is 54 degree. This implies angle CEG equal to angle EGF or FGE. So FGE equal to CEG equal to 54 degree. Alternate angles, that is second answer, FGE. Now angle AGE, since FGE is 54 degree and AGE plus 54 equal to 180, that is linear pair. So now angle AGE plus 54 degree equal to 180, region is linear pair. Angle AGE, this angle plus 54 and this form complete 180 degree. So AGE plus 54 equal to 180 degree. Therefore angle AGE equal to 180 minus 54 equal to 126 degree. You may write this answer AGE directly as GED is 126 degree and this is AGE equal to GED as alternate angle. So directly we may write angle AGE equal to 126 degree. So this is solution of question number 3. Now question number 4 of this exercise. Question number 4. In this question, PQ is given parallel to ST. Here, PQ given parallel to ST. This is P, Q, R, S and T. PQ is parallel to ST. Angle Q is given 110 degree and angle S is given 130 degree. PQ is parallel to ST and we have to find angle QRS. Angle QRS need to find here. First we construct a line. Let X, Y construction draw X, Y parallel to PQ through R. Now solution, let this is angle 1, this is angle 2 and this is angle 3. Here, since PQ is parallel to XY, therefore angle 1 plus 110 degree equal to 180. Angles on, reason is angles on same side of transversal. Same side of transversal. Therefore, angle 1 equal to 180 minus 110, that is 70 degree. Similarly, angle 2 plus angle 3, since PQ is parallel to ST and PQ also parallel to XY, it means XY also parallel to ST. So, here PQ is parallel to XY and PQ is parallel to ST given. This implies that XY also parallel to ST. Therefore, angle 2 plus 130, 2 plus 130 degree equal to 180, and same region this is, that is angles on same side of transversal, same region this region is. So here we calculate the angle 2 as 180 minus 130, that is 50 degrees. Now here we see that angle 1 plus angle 3 plus angle 2 equal to 180, that is a straight angle since X, R, Y is a straight line. So now angle 1 plus angle 3 plus angle 2 equal to 180. Now put the values of angle 1 and angle 2. So angle 1 is here 70 degree plus angle 3 and angle 2 is 50 degree equal to 180. So angle 3 equal to 180 minus 70 plus 50, that is 120 degree. So it is 60 degree. Hence angle QRS, angle 3 indicate as angle QRS. So angle QRS equal to 60 degree, which is required answer. Now take one more question of this exercise. You may take question number 5 at home, and I am going to discuss your question number 6 here. First, I need to rub this. Now, question number 6. Here two mirrors placed parallel to each other. Question number 6. Two mirrors, that is PQ and RS, placed parallel to each other. An incident ray AB strike the mirror PQ at B. A incident ray, suppose this is incident ray A, and strike the mirror PQ at B, and reflected ray strike the other mirror RS at C. This is reflected ray which strike the other mirror at C, and again it reflect toward this path up to point D, along point D. Here PQ is given parallel to RS, and we have to prove AB is parallel to prove AB is parallel to CB. Now some construction. Draw normal, suppose BM and CM. Normals, or called perpendicular also, normals BM and CM. Normal means here BM is perpendicular to PQ and CN is perpendicular to RS. Here angle 1 equal to angle 2, because angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Similarly, angle 3 equal to angle 4, angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Now prove since PQ is parallel to RS, and BM perpendicular to PQ and CN perpendicular to RS, therefore BM must parallel to CM. Since two mirrors are parallels, so perpendicular on both parallel lines always perpendicular to each other, parallel to each other. So here BM must be parallel to CM. Therefore, angle 2, since these two lines are parallel, so angle 2 equal to angle 3. That is alternate angles. Now angle 1 equal to angle 2, angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Similarly, angle 3 equal to angle 4 with same reason. Here angle 2 equal to angle 3. Now put the value of angle 2 and angle 3. So from equation first, angle 2 equal to angle 3, and here angle 2 may be written as angle 1 and angle 3 may be written as angle 4. That this is equation number 2. Now add these two equations, equation first plus equation second. So we get angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. Angle 1 plus angle 2 means angle ABC. And angle 3 plus angle 4 means angle BCD. And here, like this figure, A, B, C and D. So this complete angle equal to this, and these are alternate angles, which are alternate angles. So lines AB and CD are parallel. Therefore, AB will be parallel to CD as proved. So this is your exercise 6.2. Okay.